So as you can see, we're on the move. We're going to go attack the base. And one thing I do recommend is to remember how much of what you've seen of your opponent's base. Always remember that. As you can see, I'm moving them all into one spot, and now I'm moving them all to another spot right here. And the reason I'm doing that is if you look here, my opponent can't see right there. And so he doesn't know that the army's right here. He did get an orbital scan and saw this army, but he doesn't know the true size of my forces, which I used to create more banelings, which are by far my favorite unit in Starcraft 2. So as my Hydralisk spazzed out against a tree, and my banelings hatch up, I then did something that a lot of pro players will do, which is to split up your forces. If you double click on a unit, it'll select all units that have the same name. So if you double click roaches, all roaches are selected. So, and I split them up into 3 groups so that I could tell each one which to go, which is great when you're forming. And this is a really sloppy battle. And so my roaches come up here, and I accidentally don't move them far enough. So, but then my banelings finally get up there, and they start blowing up bunkers. And just like I said would happen, my roaches get destroyed. They get crushed, but they did their job. As my banelings get destroyed too, finally get my Hydralisks into play. As they also sit at the bottom of the base, and just kind of sit there. But then they finally get up there and let the banelings do their job and start blowing stuff up. Taking out some SCVs, taking out the barracks and the factories and whatnot. So they start to take out everything. And the Hydralisks, like I showed, when you spawn a bunch of Hydralisks, they may not have the strongest attack right off the bat, but I mean, when you've got what is it? And right now, when you've got 21 of them, they're going to take out anything pretty quickly. And as you can see, they're blowing everything up because they're mad. They're Hydralisks, they don't care. Taking out his orbital command center, which is, essential to winning the game. Then you want to start taking out anything that produces units and produces resources. He brings out a siege tank and blows up, I think, like 2 of them, but they don't care. So, yeah. And remember, while this is all going on, I'm still producing Hydralisks by using my hotkeys. So it's not like I'm just sitting there letting these guys, which they probably could have, but it's not like I'm just sitting there letting them do all the work. I've got more coming, and I've still got some Zerg banelings over here, which personally I thought he had expanded up here, and I was wrong. He actually expanded over here, which was actually pretty smart, but it took me a while to realize this. So I had rushed my banelings up here to find absolutely nothing. Yay. I did have a single Zergling left, which I was sending because I had almost no gas at this point, but a crap ton of minerals, and Zerglings only cost minerals. So, he's scouting, kind of seeing, is there another base, is there another base, is there another base? And look, when he finds a base being built, so he goes and kills the SCV. And if you give a Zergling long enough, he'll even blow up a partially finished command center, eventually. So, I tell my Hydralisk to go on the move, and of course, absolutely, I even see it, but just completely miss the command center that's right there. I catch it, though, because I come running back. But, Zergling's still taking that out. Slow and steady wins the race. And then, of course, the Hydralisks finally realize, oh wait, we're supposed to kill that, and start blowing up that. And again, for some reason, I miss the SCV that's sitting right there, even though I've got all these units right there that can see him. I still completely miss it. Jeez. Probably because I need to stop clicking and then moving to some other part of the map. Zergling's coming. Completely thought he had a second expansion because nothing was being revealed, and technically I was right. I think that actually gets blown up by the time these guys get up there. Zergling versus Command Center. Zergling 1, Command Center 0. So yeah, that little Zergling killed an entire Command Center by himself. So, I've got everything moving around, kind of just like, okay, what's going on now? What do I need to do? He finally gets revealed, and, he has that SCV and a storage depot, or whatever it's called, supply depot. And there's a refinery, and there's his factory that he kind of was just trying to cheat me out of a game with. But of course, I still have a base and he doesn't, and as you can see, 31 hydralisks. They'll rip through that in a heartbeat. They all go after him in a long and steady Congo line. I never understood how they could burrow through streets. I know it's random, but how can they just like cut straight through concrete? I mean, dirt's one thing, but concrete, really? Whatever. So they come up here and they start taking out. And actually, surprisingly, I actually thought I hadn't blown up the factory. I got all the way down to the red, and then he got just out of range with like 50 health left, and I was like, really? I'm gonna have to build a spire and build up some corruptors and mutilisks just to finish this guy's factory off, completely forgetting that once a Terran building catches on fire, it will slowly burn to death. Thank God. But actually, because I didn't see it at that point, couldn't see it anymore, it blew up itself. But I started building a spire with all my, units not doing anything over here because I have so many resources at this point that's kind of just like meh, yeah, it's almost 800 gas, 7,000 minerals. I really didn't need to build anything else. So of course, at this point it's just like I just need to blow everything up to end the game. I'm sending units to the two spots where he's got stuff, completely forgetting I have banelings right here who just one-shot everything. Go me. He is for some reason just building stuff to prolong the game. I think he's just trying to annoy me. But yep, everything goes to work, and I just start ripping stuff apart. Give him some silver, so I'll pick it up a bit because nothing really exciting happens. Blow up, blow up, blow up, blow up, blow up. Sit around, move over here because this got revealed the minute he started building it. And as he finishes it, the Zerglings show up, decide it's fun to destroy supply depots, and the Hydralisks blow up his SCV. So, that is the end of the game. My Zerg forces overwhelmed my opponent, and I'm not gonna. It wasn't just a matter of hey, he had more units than I did, so of course he's gonna win. I mean, I did have more units than he did, but there's a reason for that. I harassed his worker line. I, had correct resources and knew what to got and had enough. I mean, I have like 30 workers or something. Some workers, there's some still working on these. These are almost gone, and these are at full when I started. So I mean, that's left alone, but that's almost gone. That's almost gone. Well, actually, not really, but shh. So I mean, yes, I did it. Completely outnumber him like 3-1, but I mean, I picked the right units. I made banelings, which countered his infantry. Got the Zergling speed boost, made my roach wall, got my hydralisks up. So it wasn't just me sitting around going, I've got a bigger army than you. It's, I've got a better army than you. So that's it. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and hopefully we'll be seeing a couple more from me. So this is Silphonamus, and I am signing out.